Okay, so we're going to start with the house that we did previously. This 3-story house that has the cornices that we made in a previous video, the windows that we learned how to make in a previous video. And today what we're going to do is we're going to make a door. We're going to make a door here in the main floor, the main door. So we're just going to delete any previous guideline that we have that was there, and we're going to make sure that our house is in a group, so whatever we make outside the house it's not going to affect any of the surfaces. So previously we have decided that the main door that we're going to make is going to be a door that has a main body and that has 2 side panels. So it's going to be this type of door that we're going to be working with. Okay, so in order to make that door, we are going to find the center of this house. So we take our guideline and we don't go from the midpoint, but we are going to go to the midpoint over here. So I'm going to select here, make sure that it's on the surface, and I go to I find the midpoint, which is right there at 6 meters. I know that it's correct because I remember that this wall, this face was 12 meters. So the center is right there at 6 meters. Now something very important that it's better to do it right now before we advance more is to make sure that our guidelines are on the wall of the building. Because of the cornice, it's very easy that they could take the cornice as a reference and they will not be on the wall. That will make everything that we make not on the wall. So right now I can zoom in, orbit, and zoom in, and I see that the guideline is behind the cornice, so that means that it's on the wall. So this is correct. So we are doing this correctly. So I just go to camera, standard view, front. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in back here. Now I want the main body of the door to be 1 meter wide, and the side panels are going to be 25 centimeters each. So that means that in total the door is going to be 1.5 meters. So if this is the center, 1.5 meters is going to be 75 centimeters on each side. So 75, I type 75 centimeters on each side, and that's going to be the total width of the door. So 75 centimeters. 75 centimeters. Okay, and the door, the main body of the door is 1 meter, so that means that it's going to be 50 centimeters to each side. .50 centimeters. Okay. So now the height of the door is going to be 1 meter and 90 centimeters. So 1.90 right there. We can do 190 centimeters if we wish. That is the same as 1 meter and 90 centimeters. Okay, so we have the basic lines that we need for our door. So I'm going to take my pencil. I take my pencil and I'm going to go from intersection to intersection to try to make it to the intersections when possible. and to the intersection. So here I make another line and the other line for the side panels. Okay, so now it's looking a little bit more like the door that I want to make, but I still have a lot of things to do. Okay, so I'm going to take the offset tool, and here in the main body I'm going to offset it for 15 centimeters. 15 centimeters, that's the offset for here. Now on the side panels I'm going to offset for 5 centimeters. Okay, so now every time it's looking a little bit more like the door that I want to have. Okay, here I am going to also offset for 5 centimeters. So I have the frames of the decorative windows that are going to be inside the panels. Okay, now I need to divide this in 3 parts. So let's see what's the size of this line. It's 1.5 meters exactly. So from here to here right now, after all the offsets, it's 1.5 meters. So if I divide it by 3, it's going to be 50 centimeters. I hope you didn't need a calculator for that. So I take it from here from the top and I go 50 centimeters, 50 centimeters, 50 centimeters again, 50 centimeters. Okay, so now I could have what's going to be my panels, but I need to make the thickness of these panels, they're going to be 5 centimeters. So that means that from here I have to go 2.5 centimeters up and 2.5 centimeters down, so I can have the 5 centimeters that I need. So this is going to be on the blue axis, 5 centimeters. Nope, I'm sorry, 2.5 centimeters. 2.5 centimeters and down 2.5 centimeters. And from this one on the blue axis, 2.5 centimeters and down 2.5 centimeters. Okay, same thing from the center, 2.5 centimeters to the left and 2.5 centimeters to the right. So now I have the blueprint for the panels. So now I can take the pencil again and I'm going to go from intersection to intersection to intersection. And I do the same here, intersection to intersection to intersection. Okay, and then I keep going. I go here, intersection to intersection, intersection to intersection, intersection to intersection, intersection and intersection. I do all these lines that are going to be the decorative windows, glass that I'm going to put there, so it will look nice. So now I have the main body already divided, and I'm going to use the same lines for here for the side panels. So I'm going to divide there and divide here, here, from intersection to intersection, and I go from intersection to intersection, and I do it here as well. Okay, so now I have the main body and the side panels for the main door. Now we have to make an arc here on the top. So that's very easy to make. I take my 2-point arc. I go from one end to the other end. And then in the center I go the bulge. I'm going to make it, that bulge is going to be 30 centimeters. 30 centimeters high. So there we have the arc. And now I take the offset tool for this arc that we just made, and we offset it in order to be the same as the rest of the door is going to be 5 centimeters. So now I have almost all the door done. Now I am missing one part, which is the handle. We need to have a handle so we can open this door. So I'm going to find the center. I'm going to find the center of this part of the door. So from here to here, there's our center. And here's where our handle is going to be. So this is the center. I want the handle to be 22 centimeters long. So that means that from here I need 11 centimeters and 11 centimeters down. 11 centimeters. Now I need to find the center of this panel. So what's the measurement for that panel is going to be what I think I am going to need okay, it's 15 centimeters, right? It's 15 centimeters, so the half of 15 centimeters is going to be 7.5 centimeters. That would be the center of this. So I'm going to take a guideline and I'm going to go to 7.5 centimeters. 7.5 centimeters. Okay, so these are the guidelines that I need right here. This area is for my my handle. Okay, so I have the center. Now, how thick do I want it to be? I want it to be 3 centimeters thick, so it's going to be 1.5 on each side. So let's go 1.5 centimeters. And on the other side, let's zoom in a little bit. And on the other side, I want it to be 1.5 centimeters as well. Okay, so now this area is where my handle is going to be, right? This area right here. Okay, so to keep it simple, I'm going to take the 2-point arc from here to here, and I'm going to make it only 1 centimeter. The bulge is 1 centimeter. I do the same on the other side. 2-point arc, and the bulge is 1 centimeter. So I have 1 centimeter in, 1 centimeter in the center for the handle, and another centimeter in. Here this is 3 centimeters, right? Okay, so now I take again my 2-point arc and I go from this end to this other end, and I'm going to make it a tangent at the vertex. So here, here, tangent, down. And that looks like a handle. That'll work for now as a handle. Of course, we can do something better, but for now, that'll work. Okay, let's delete the guidelines so we can see what we have. Let's delete these measurements that we don't need them right now. And there's our door. Okay, so now the only thing that's left is to extrude it. The way that we're going to extrude this is the main parts of the door we're going to extrude for 7 centimeters. The main parts, 7 centimeters. 7 centimeters. 7 centimeters. And then the auxiliary parts for the window panels, we're going to extrude for 5 centimeters. I mean, and this could change if you want. You can do the main body for 5 centimeters and the auxiliary parts for 3 centimeters. I mean, if you think that it looks like the window is protruding too much out, you know, you can always change that and change the extrusion. Okay, so this is going to be 5 centimeters. And what we forgot to extrude was the handle. So the handle is all the way in there. We forgot to extrude it, so we're going to extrude it right now. So it needs 7 centimeters out plus another 3. That's going to be 8 centimeters. Yeah, well, let's extrude it another 2 centimeters. There we go. And that's our door. What do you guys think? So if we zoom out, that's what our door is going to look like for now. The beautiful door. Thank you guys. If you have any question, please let me know.